always tell that a general election is coming when leaflets from the various political parties start to arrive. We have a general election at least once every 5 years when we get to vote for the 166 TDs in the Dáil. In the last election in 2002, Martin Mackin was General Secretary of Fianna Fáil. He explains how politicians try to get their message across.
Well, there's a whole range of ways politicians try and get their message through to voters. Posters, billboards, leaflets, and I suppose the most tradition of all is knocking on doors and asking people for their vote, asking people for their support. And then there are more sophisticated ways by trying to communicate your message to the media, trying to get your point of view across in the newspapers, on TV and on radio.
So what is the role of the media during an election campaign? Nick Coffey has covered more elections for RTE than he cares to remember.
I was a slim, trim, raven-haired youth when I started doing it. Well over 30 years ago I started covering elections. We are strictly controlled under the broadcasting legislation. Literally when the Dáil is dissolved, the election is called the ground rules change. The magic word is balance. Fianna Fáil, say for every 30 seconds they'll be ensuring that Fine Gael don't get more than 20 seconds. Labour don't get more than 15. So it's very restrictive. The thing that I would always be worried about is that you don't, in your report, that you don't leave somebody out. The candidate for the Flat Earth Society has to be mentioned.
The media can provide an opportunity or a platform for a politician or a political party to get certain messages across. But I do believe that politicians have to use the media, deal with the media, address the media, and that means answering questions, it means answering straight questions. Journalists will often deny this, but I do believe collectively the media as a bloc is very, very powerful.
It's up to the politicians themselves. We only reflect what they say and how they present things. They are centre stage, and it's a question of presentation and whether they can sell their message.
Politicians, I suppose, have become more aware of the need to be more skillful and more adept at dealing with the media.
As well as appearing on news and current affairs programmes, politicians speak to voters in party political broadcasts.
The political parties are given slots by RTE or whoever else, usually like at, after the 9 o'clock news, and there's a fixed period of time in which a political party or a party leader can put across certain messages that they want to communicate, certain key messages.
During the election campaign, the media also report on results of opinion polls when a sample number of people are asked who they would vote for.
During the campaign itself, opinion polls are quite critical. People take a huge interest in them. And if an opinion poll is very bad for a particular party, it can be very demoralising for the party and its candidates. If an opinion poll is very good, it can actually make the party feel very buoyant and create a sense of momentum.
I'm never complacent. And I mean, the poll, whilst it's encouraging, it's still only a poll.
If you are over 18 and a citizen of Ireland, you have the right to vote in a general election, but you can only vote if your name is on the register of electors. You'll find the form in your local post office.
Why should you vote? If you don't vote, you don't have a voice. You simply don't have a voice. Now, people might say, my one vote doesn't matter. But all of those votes collectively make a huge difference.
It's a right that we've got that we take for granted that a hell of a lot of people in the world don't have and would give the right teeth to have.